It literally took me 25 years to enjoy going to the gym. I first went to the gym whenever I was 16, and I swear I hated it. And now I can confidently say I've got it nailed. Hi, and welcome back to the Mindset and Marketing Podcast. I am your co-host for today's show, Matthew Toman.
And I am Sharon Kirkpatrick.
Was meant to say I'm joined with Sharon Kirkpatrick there. I completely forgot about it. Here in the Mindset and Marketing Podcast, we focus on everything mindset, everything marketing, while filling everybody in on a bit of our lives, day-to-day lives, and just going through different tips and tricks that's going to help you either grow your business or get yourself in a right personal development, mental state, but always try to give as many tips as possible, things that you can add into your life that's going to help you in some format.
Yeah, exactly that. So happy Tuesday to you. I know this will be Friday for everyone, but Tuesday for us. How's your week been?
So far so good. I brought my friend yesterday to get a new car. So she got a new car, but I rolled my ankle on a hike. So I broke my ankle 2 years ago, about a year and 9 months ago, and I've rolled it 4 times now since. But I broke it, and then this is the third time I've rolled it then after that. So it's the fourth ankle incident I've had since it's happened like a year and a half ago. And I swear, I feel like it's never going to be perfect, again, it's definitely never going to be perfect again. But at the same time, it's so annoying.
Do you know what I was thinking just there now as you're saying that? I wonder, do you need to invest, the way you do this hike all the time? I wonder, do you need to invest in like proper supportive hiking boots rather than trainers?
Maybe actually, yeah, that might have helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to know what? I'm going to look into that. That's a good idea. I went with
Just
my
came to me.
friend. She was like going really, really fast. I like going a bit slower.
I can't believe that. Anyone who walks with Matthew will know that there's no such thing as a slow walk.
Thing is, Anne normally runs.
Wow.
So she normally runs this trail. So she'll like get on her boots and like actually run it and do it in like 20 minutes. Whereas I like to walk it and it takes about 55, 45 maybe. But when we're doing it together, it's 45, but I like doing it in about an hour. I like to stop, turn around, look in, take it in, sit down for a minute, breathe. I don't enjoy going fast. I want to really take in as much as I possibly can in the moment. And that's basically what I wasn't doing. I posted a photograph for my 42nd. I turned 42 as well on Saturday.
Happy birthday!
Had a brilliant time, yeah.
Do you feel 42?
Do I feel 42?
Now with your broken ankle, yeah.
Well, I've been icing it and I've been just like getting on with it, So yesterday, because I was on my feet all day, we were in the car dealership for so long, but I did see the car that I wanted to get whenever I come back in January. And I did go through all the stuff yesterday, and the guy was like, no, you totally qualify. Because I've always been paranoid that I don't qualify for stuff out here, like for renting a car, because I don't, get paid here. I'm not employed by anybody here. But the guy reassured me yesterday. He's like, no, you can take one as well. I wasn't going to take one yesterday, but I nearly did. I was thinking, do you know what?
Just drive up the mountain instead, so you don't have to roll your foot.
Well, I'm in a rental always here, but I'm definitely in January getting a new apartment, getting a new car.
We can't wait to come back in next month so that we can celebrate with you for your birthday.
Yep, I'll be
I
back.
think we should go to either. So this weekend I went to a new restaurant called Era, just opened up, and it was beautiful. You'd love it. So I think we should either go there or back to the one that we always love, Edo. So it's up to you. You decide.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll go to the new one. Well,
Okay.
I'll be home for a bit. We can go to all of them.
Oh
Are
no.
you talking about the birthday celebration?
Yeah, you only get one birthday dinner. It's not your 45th.
I've had like three already this week, and I'm going out with a friend Nathan today for lunch. Yeah, so life has been good. What else? Um, just slowed down on hiking. I'm in swimming a lot. So I've been in the gym, swimming, and doing all that normal stuff. Yeah, it's been good. How's it all
Nice.
going? with you?
Nice. Yeah, mine. I had quite a chill weekend. Like I said, I went out with a couple of my friends to this new restaurant, which was beaut, very chilled. And then there was like an autumn fair for some reason. Now all the kids are back at school. Ireland, stroke Northern Ireland, is getting amazing weather. So on
That's
like
always the way of it.
there was like a summer fair in Botanic Gardens in Belfast, so went there on Sunday, which they had like loads, mostly for kids, right? And they had all these little games and activities set up. Um, Basically for kids to play, but also to encourage them probably to sign up to things, you know. And one of the things was ping pong. So I was watching Shay, my friend's wee one, he was playing and they were rotating with a coach playing ping pong. And then the coach was like, "Do you want to go to me?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay, thank you." And then about 5 minutes later, he was like, "Right, go on, get in, have a go." So I was like, "Right, okay." You twisted my arm. So there goes me. And he was like, "Let's see how many rallies we can do." And we got up to like, I don't know, was it near 40 or something?
What?
Consider, yeah,
Oh
he
my
said to
God, that is
me,
brilliant.
he goes, "Have you played this before?" And I was like maybe twice on holiday, you know, when it's at the hotel. And then he's like, "Right, you need to take my card. You've definitely got the skills there that you need." And I was like, I wonder could I be like a ping pong world champion, you know? That's what I was kind of thinking.
I don't know if you could be a world champion, but you could definitely play it in your part time and just have a wee ball.
Right, well, where's the kind of, encouragement there?
I've watched the ping pong world champions. You can't even see the ball.
I know, to be fair, too. So my weekend was chilled and potentially might have found a new hobby. What I would like about ping pong when I was playing it with him, didn't have to move too much. But obviously if you were doing it properly, I'm assuming you have to move quite a bit.
Jason was actually telling me about this new one they're bringing into LA. It's like squash, only it's in a cube in a square, and you're playing with a different racket. I don't know.
Yeah, that's all over at the minute. I can't remember what it's called. Is it racquetball? No, maybe not.
It might be racquetball, but the other one out here is a paddle something or a
Paddleboard or paddle.
thing out here that everybody's doing. The mint pickleball. Everybody's playing pickleball out in America.
So it's going to take a while to get to us then, unless it's already here. I don't know. But
Yeah,
you know
Daniel's
what?
brother plays it a lot.
See, I tried. I really want to play tennis, right? You know, when Wimbledon comes on, tennis rackets come out, and I try and play it without any form of coaching or whatever. And all I do is hit the ball, and then the person on the other end misses it and has to go and get it, and then they hit the ball back to me, and I miss it and have to go and get it. So it's like the worst.
Yeah, you should get a coach though. You should
I
get a
know.
tennis coach or something. Now that you're getting into fitness, you're going to be like, oh, I'm. But because the thing is, my mom used to play tennis and squash with my dad. My dad played squash and he played handball, and then he obviously swims. But I think once you get into it, you will. Like I just keep looking at my ankle and I'm like,
Darn you.
my career and everything's over. It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
Oh,
But anyway,
yeah.
I'm very grateful for the fact that it slowed me down a little bit. I was meant to be going away this week, but I'm not going now.
Maybe that was a sign, like how you rolled it in the first place.
Maybe it is. Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
have my own ideas around why that happened, but I'll keep them
Wow.
off the podcast.
What I'm thinking is, yeah, I'm gonna be like person on the gym 3 days a week, then ping pong one day, or tennis the next day, frickin' badminton, who knows what else. You'll never get me in the evenings, which actually brings me into today's topic.
Oh well, just before you get off that, at
Oh, go.
42, so you still get birthday presents. So my friend
Uh,
Gary bought me two t-shirts. Actually, I must get that thing Arlette bought me. Arlette they treated me to like an amazing dinner. Steaks. It was so good. They all paid for that. But Gary got me two t-shirts and Daniel got me singing lessons.
no, he didn't.
Swear to God. Yeah. I'm meant to be starting today, but I actually pushed it
Unreal.
to next week because I'm going to be living over at Silver Lake for 10 days. So I'm doing them over there. And What else?
That I can't believe I didn't know this yet. That is unbelievable.
I
That's
know
class.
everybody kind of looked the other night at dinner and was like, is that a really bad present or is that a really good? But they couldn't work it out. And then they were like, oh my God, that's amazing. That present. I was like, I know it's so random. And then I also,
Which, just in Daniel's defense, for anybody who doesn't know Matthew that well, he's been going on about this for.
Years.
well, I was a bit annoyed thinking, he's heard me sing karaoke. I don't know why he thinks I need lessons.
You wanted them?
No, but why does he think I need them?
No, what he's doing is listening to your words and then actioning them.
And then, so Arlette got me this thing, another year sexier.
I
I
which
love
love
is
it.
it.
always which is always good to own that one, you know. So I had that pinned onto me. Really good dinner with my friend Natalie and Cindy. They had took me out for an amazing Italian Venice Beach, and the t-shirts that Gary bought me both fitted really well. Singing lessons. And my mom and dad were like, "Hey Matthew, we're not going to see you for your birthday." And I was like, "Okay, no worries." And they were like, "I want to get you something." I was like, "Don't worry about it." You know what I mean? Like I don't need anything. I've got everything. You know. I don't. I'm not really a present type person. I'd rather buy someone a present. But they said, "Oh no, it's grand. We got your car MOT'd and taxed MOT'd and taxed."
Well, I had to put my car through the MOT the other day and it's so stressful. Yes, it did. Woohoo! Big shout out to Pete, Toman, for his servicing on it. But it's the dreaded going off for flip's sake. It's the hassle. It's not even like the money as well. It is expensive, especially if it fails and you have to keep doing that. But yeah, it's the flipping hassle of it all. It's like, oh no, because there's backlogs here for like months. So it becomes a drama for insurance and all. So that is actually a huge. That's a good present.
Yeah, my car got MOT'd. I always keep a car in Northern Ireland, even though I'm not back that much. But I just like to be able to get home, get in the car, and that's, get to work and
Yeah.
do whatever I need to do. And I can't wait now. I can't wait to buy my own car over here as well. Because I have to change my car every 28 days at the minute, and
It's
it's
annoying.
No.
annoying. But anyway, yeah,
But here, just on that, before we jump in, anybody listening who Matthew said you still get presents when you're in your 40s, I expect to get presents as long as I'm alive.
I know when my mom
Like,
gets presents, and my mom gets an obscene amount of gifts, like obscene amount of gifts, like it's insane. I don't. I'm not saying I don't want presents, but like
but
I don't. I'd
see,
rather spend time with people.
That's what I was about to say. See, to be fair, I prefer my present now being like something that you can do with people, like going out for food or having a wee break somewhere together or whatever. But yeah, I'm the only sibling that still gets a present because I don't have any kids. So I'm banned for all the nieces and nephews. So they're like, you can still get a present. I'm like, yes.
Oh yeah, that's actually quite good.
oh no.
Um, what is the podcast topic today?
Well, we'll segue off it there. It was a good segue a second ago. The title is The Power of Exercise.
Okay.
Now, obviously, we all know exercise is good for you. Everyone should be doing exercise. But I think it's good to cover it, just go through some of the benefits of it, some stats around it, and also our own experiences because I was worse than anyone when it came to exercise. So there's probably people listening. Some maybe have it nailed, and some are thinking, "Oh God." So it's to try and encourage people to take the next step or to increase your exercise potentially after hearing what we found out on our research.
I can confidently say that I have it nailed.
Says you with your rolled ankle.
It literally took me 25 years.
Yeah.
25 years to enjoy going to the gym. I first went to the gym whenever I was 16 with Remo. We went 16, 17. I've been swimming from I was very young. And then I went to the gym and I swear I hated it. The only time I liked it in the middle of that was whenever I was in a gym in Bondi Junction because it was treadmills were like overlooking the whole city in Australia. And then I got into it then probably around 39, 38, 39, like
And
22, 23. And now I can confidently say I've got it nailed.
and what do you reckon, right? Looking back, is why did you get it nailed this time round when trying?
Um, I'm actually making more healthier choices throughout my life. Like actually with I don't
Mm,
drink anymore, obviously, but that's by accident. I can't drink. But I'm making more healthy choices with like food, lifestyle, walking, business, everything. Like I'm making healthier choices all around. And actually it's not that I, make myself go to the gym. It's almost like I can't what is the trade-off of not going, because it's such a healthy like lifestyle choices that I'm making now. So that's what I'm saying. What else has made me go? I think getting the right program off the right trainer. Daniel set me up my program, and because he knew me so well, like the first time I done a workout on one of his programs that he gave me, I was like, "Is that it? Like, I can do more?" And he's like, "No, no, no, that just do that. Like, we'll change it in
yeah.
like 4 weeks." And I was coming out of the gym every day thinking, and he said, "No, you can put your weights up heavier if you want, but like only do that amount." And I was like, "But I'm finished a workout in like 35 minutes." He's like, "That's grand. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Because, and it just, I was like, "Oh, that's easy. I'm going to go back then." I made it quite easy for myself to go back. I think that was the trick to get in.
That's quite good. That's quite useful. Well, see, obviously, I've talked about it before, not really big on working out, I have to be honest, hold my hands up. And when I say working out, and like exercise includes, it could be anything, the gym, yoga, walking, all of those kind of things. I didn't even walk. My average steps a day are like 700 steps in a day because I'm sitting at the laptop and I'm not moving about. All meetings are done, most of meetings are done, online.
Phone on me,
Walking around the house is thousands, I swear. You can get like at least 1,000 or 1,300 steps in around the house.
which is not
I just
enough
think it's like 700. You do more some days, I would say. But
some
anyway,
days.
it's still not good.
No. So obviously I have been on that bandwagon for years because before this job, even my last job was at the computer or driving for hundreds of miles in the car. So I'm not moving then either. So yes, I've been kind of on that bandwagon forever. I've tried loads of different things before and it just didn't work. It didn't enjoy it. But in the last few months, like I'd said to you guys, you held me accountable. I joined the gym and started doing wee bits and pieces. And now it's like, what have I been doing? Why have I not been doing this? And I did exactly what you said. I made it easier on myself. Like I went in and just done like, 10 minutes on each machine. Didn't push myself too hard. Just started slow. And now going 4 days a week and feel like crap if I don't go. And also it's shifted kind of like before, after work, in the evenings I'd come home and I'd have been happy enough just chilling out, food, TV, bed if I don't have any plans. But now I'm like, go for a walk, go meet people, go and do stuff. Like it's changed my mindset.
I'm still going to
Completely.
the gym with my flipping rolled ankle. I've got it strapped, iced, and I haven't took any painkillers, which I'm trying not to, but I've took five since it happened, and it happened about a week ago. But I'm going to go and get painkillers today that aren't as strong as the ones I have, and actually just be on them every day because it is swollen, and that's what happens when you sprain your ankle or whatever. But
Yeah, do you know?
it turns social.
Yeah, and I even noticed that. So, because then I am now, this isn't one of the tips that I'm going to say, but I'm kind of mostly going in the evenings. Um, so, you're eliminating that whole just sitting there and snacking if you were at home as well. Like, it changes, it changes
Oh, you
how
make
kind of
healthier
everything
food
else.
choices,
Yeah,
yeah? You do. You make
and
healthier food choices.
You're going, I'm not going to eat that jam donut, no, because it actually worked out today. I don't want it to be for nothing. Obviously I still eat whatever. I went out for dinner and all that, but yeah, I was just like, this is crazy to me that I haven't done this before. And I think the thing for me that really helped, like you say, was making it a bit easier, like on me, and then building myself up and putting no pressure on it other than just to show up, and go there. And then the other thing was like, it sounds stupid, but I was a bit nervous about going to gym because I don't know the equipment, I don't know the gym. I was like, I don't know if I really want to be chatting to people. I just want to get in and get my workout done. And I was kind of like building up all these reasons why I shouldn't go instead of just going and then figuring it out afterwards. Because whenever I went there, then, you know, none of it mattered. No one was looking at me. Nobody cared.
I know that you've like battled with vaping for like a year, 2 years or so. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And but it's going to get to the point where you will stop that because it makes sense. Like,
I
see,
know.
whenever I stopped drinking, yeah, it was hard. But I wouldn't go back on it because it doesn't make sense for me to drink. Like
Yeah,
logically for me, it just doesn't make sense anymore. You know, and it's kind of like one of those things where you're like, you know, whenever you do make those healthier choices, things do kind of change, you know. Everything kind of changes around it. And I've been back in swimming that I haven't done since I was a teenager. I swam, you know, competitively whenever I was a child. And, you know, whenever I went to physio, with my first ankle, the guy grabbed my feet and he turned them, and he's like, "Are you feeling that?" And I was like, "No." And he like almost turned my feet right around. And he's like, "Your feet are very flexible." And I was like, "That's." I said, "I'm a swimmer. Would it have mattered about that?" And he said, "Yeah, because your feet are so pointed, you know, for all the time." And I realized I'm flipping back swimming again, and that's one of the reasons why I think my ankle rolled, because my ankle rolled right, but what happened was it actually hit off a rock.
oh,
If it had just rolled over, it probably would just
yeah,
roll back. But I've actually got like a little cut where it hit off a rock. So that the rock stopped it, you know, where my feet actually are so fucking flexible, you know, they're too flexible. He said that can be a real problem, you know, whenever, if you've got then the tendency to roll it, you know, because it goes too far essentially. Um, but even in saying that, I don't care because the trade-off of being back in swimming is unbelievable. I've actually just put a float in between my legs and back swimming, just front crawl. And being in the water with no phone, no sound, just your thoughts, it's flipping amazing.
Do you know, that's what I find as well. Like, it actually helps you kind of like just get out of your head for a minute. You know, whenever you do your working day all day, so you're in your working, you know, that's all in your head. And then after that, well, I don't know if anyone else is seeing, but then you've got just all the daily life things that you have to kind of figure out you've got in your mind. You need to get this done, you need to get that done, you need to book this in, you need to whatever. And you're always just thinking, what next, planning. Or if you're watching TV, you're concentrating on the TV, you're not even thinking, you know, you're not getting that moment to kind of think. Whereas then when I went in there and I started kind of like running or doing the row machine or whatever, I was actually able to like think about, you know, geez, that was a good day, that was a stressful day. This worked really well. Here, this is really annoying me, and run it out. You know.
It's so good. Like I come out of
so
the
so
swimming pool
phenomenal.
thinking, yeah, it's like a meditative state. I come out of it like, oh my God, now I know what to do, and I jump out and go and do it.
So anytime from now on, anytime something really stresses me out or someone really winds me up, I'm just going to grab the gear and like just hit the gym and like battle it out. You know, because really, there's no point sitting in that anger or stress. But well, the whole thing is, you know, obviously we're talking about it now, so it's not just like a physical. It doesn't just improve your physical health. What we're getting into is it improves your mental health, but also outside of that, you know, it because of all those habits and changes that it makes on your mindset, it does tend to lead to more kind of successful outcomes in things that you want to achieve or that you have your mind set on. Um, like I'll share a quote from Richard Branson. I seriously doubt that I would have been as successful in my career and happy in my personal life if I hadn't always placed importance on my health and fitness.
Yeah, I think so as well. I like I mean I'm hyper about that now. Even the other night I went for because of my birthday weekend, like Anne baked me a cake, and she said, you know, I said, "Oh Matthew, take this home with you." And I was like, "Do you want to know what?" And I'm not going to, but I sort of felt possibly by her reaction she might have been offended, you know. Maybe she wasn't at all. I don't really think she was, but I think as I was saying it, I felt really bad because I was like, "Oh my God, she made that cake for me, and I should have just took it." But I said, "Hey, no, it's actually good. No, give it to me. I'll take it." You know, she just gave me a big whack of it, and I said, "I'm going to end up eating this for breakfast." End up eating it at like 7:15 in the morning. The whole thing. I had a
Oh,
bit of it, and then was like, And then that point, I was like, do you want to know what? It's my birthday weekend. I'm going to cake for breakfast. End up going to, hadn't had an in and out in 6 months. Went in and out, done all the unhealthy choices. But it was a very conscious thing. Where me making unhealthy choices used to be unconscious. Can of Coke,
Yeah.
Snickers, packet of nuts, packet of crisps. In Ireland, potato bread, fried bread, so and it's like it was totally unconscious. It just happened. It's like that, all the time. Whereas I have to make unhealthy choices consciously.
I know, and it was your birthday weekend, so like that's definitely a Bible. But you're so right because you know how much everybody knows how much you listen to this podcast. I hate water, right? I actually poured myself a glass of water to take it to bed and drunk it. Now, that is not a deal breaker for like, anybody else, but whoever knows me will know what the actual beep. So yeah, these choices are now changing in my head. Like without me even realizing. Just embracing it all. But here, I don't know who'd have thought it. Guess what the recommended amount of kind of exercise you should be doing a week is like in terms of minutes.
Probably only like 90 or something, is it?
90. No, it's a bit higher than that. So they say that you should be doing about 150 to minutes per week of moderate exercise, like walking and all that, and then another 150 of intense exercises, so that gets the heart rate up.
Okay.
So really, what's that? What are we talking there? 150 times 2, 300, 4 hours or so of workouts a week. Where would you say you fall on that?
I'd do that, yeah, easy. I'd do more than that probably.
Would you?
Because I go to gym like 4 times a week, and then I would go for a hike. It's an hour. Go for 3 hikes. I go for then probably like 2 swims. I go to gym 4 times. I go to hikes two. I go to this for a swim two at least.
So it's actually my maths is crap. It's 5 hours. So in total 5 hours.
But the thing is, I definitely know I look better than what I did. Like I definitely look better as well.
So what I need to do, right? So I'm going about 4 times a week and I'm going for 40 minutes. So if I keep that up, that's all good. But I need to then get my moderate exercise up, which is the walks. So I need to do about 2.5 hours of walking a week.
I wouldn't put yourself under any pressure like that, you know? Like, I
Well,
Well,
mean, everybody's different as well.
right, okay, but I want to make sure I'm nailing this now that I'm on the bandwagon. Strike while the iron's hot.
I can tell by your shoulders you're not you're doing it. I can't wait till you get into weight training.
I know I started machines because they made me nervous the most. I was mostly doing cardio. Started machines because my friend went to the gym with me the other day, and you can really feel that. And the machines are with the weights, by the way. So I'm starting a wee bit. So I'm going to work that in. Um, and that was one of the things that I had to overcome too, because when I was doing weights, well, on the machines, I was kind of thinking, this isn't really a workout, but it is because it's the one thing that I felt the next day and the day after.
I
but
know that
here's
it absolutely is.
Here's an interesting thing. Apparently, stats show that people who exercise in the morning in particular are like 129% more likely to feel and be more productive if you get your workouts done in the morning.
Yeah.
So that could be a tip for somebody, but I don't know. I have to get to that stage.
I do mine in the mornings, yeah.
Well, here's another one to help encourage anybody out there who also needs to get on the morning routines. 53% of people, right, who exercise in the mornings are more likely to have received a pay rise, yeah, in the last year.
Did I receive a pay rise in the last year?
You'll have to check back and see.
I would imagine I did, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to change up my routine here. So just be aware, Matthew. You'll be like, she's in the gym this morning. Fuck's sake.
Well, the thing about it is, you can make as much money as you want in Bankhouse, That's the other thing
No,
as
I know.
well. So if you actually get up, would that change your productivity?
Probably. I don't. Well, it's saying it is. All the stats are saying it does.
Yeah.
It
I
does
don't
make
believe
sense
in
to
the
me
stats, but I
because,
mean,
well, it's, the numbers
I know
game.
you're a stats person and I'm not, but like I just start thinking, how many people was asked, and it doesn't matter anyway. I do get that those stats things are good to sort of have like a ballpark.
This one asked like hundreds of thousands of people. I don't have the exact number at the minute, but it wasn't like a small number of like a batch of 20 people.
But it wasn't 7 billion, no.
It wasn't 7 billion, no. Well, how are you gonna research every single person in the world?
Nah, I get
You
it and I
know.
understand, yeah. No, that's fine.
Um,
But yes, so I guess just again to help encourage people, some of the benefits to the workouts, which mostly people will know, but in terms of the physical elements, we're getting older, and this might be part of the reason why maybe I am into it now a bit more, because I am getting older and your priorities change and you think, gosh, what's important here? Longevity of life.
you know.
I think we're also like we don't have any children, I think is there an element of it where I know there's an element of it where it's like I have too much time in my hands, and it does become a social thing as well. Because whenever I stopped drinking in the bars and then I wasn't going to the gym, I was missing out on like seeing people, bumping into people, like, because now in the gym that I'm in LA, like I was in another gym that I absolutely loved, by the way. And I didn't, it was called 24-hour fitness. And I think it's one of the best deal version gyms. But that means that like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people go to it. I went to one on Miracle Mile once and I was like, get me out of here. I can't do this. But I went to the one up in Hollywood and because it's been refurbished and there was nobody in it, no one went to that one. It was the best gym I was ever in. Again, big windows, like the importance that I love about that is natural light, like working out and enjoying it. But then I end up changing to this other gym where it's like a members club. People are so friendly. Everybody chats to everybody. It's a completely different vibe. It's like way more expensive, but it's like going out on a Saturday night in a weird way.
Yeah,
You're
getting
seeing
that
people
social.
that are like a bit older. They're not as, into partying or anything, and they just, I don't know, it's weird.
See, that's one of the benefits of the mental health, like socializing and connecting.
Yeah, oh, big
With
time.
other people.
Um, so the physical ones everyone knows, right? I was going to run through them and not spend any time on them. Uh, increases your cardiovascular health, which ultimately increases your lifespan. Um, builds strength and flexibility, although Matthew's not a good advocate for that one, considering he's too flexible.
I am so strong now. It's like nuts. I'm so strong now compared to what it is. But the flexibility thing, that was a freak accident on a hike, and I was going too fast.
That was just a one off. That was a study. That's an example size of one, so that doesn't count. And then obviously in terms of your kind of weight management and metabolic health, fixes all of that, which can prevent obviously the big diseases that we don't want to get. Like diabetes is a big one that's related to, you know, your kind of um, exercise and health. But in terms of the mental ones that we're probably more, well, I would be more focused on, I think, kind of getting, like I've only, what's this been? Has it been 3 weeks now for me?
Not
Um,
all. Feels
yeah.
longer.
Is it three? I think see, I'm only saying three because I was away in Munich for a week, so that didn't count. Although
The
No,
amount of
it does. Of
walking that
course
I
it
done
counts.
was
Yeah.
like,
next level. Um, but yes, so I think the stats out there just, and I can already feel it, just reducing the stress and kind of just anxious feelings that you've got, all that pent up kind of feelings. It just kind of releases them. A stat on that: is adults who report the highest levels of stress are less likely to say that they exercise every week.
That they report the highest levels of stress?
Yeah, are less likely to say that they exercise, basically, each week. So find your most stressful friend, right, that you know, and ask them, do they exercise? and see what happens. Um, Mood boosting effects improves your mood. Look at me. Can you not tell? watch the last podcast versus this one and then get back to us. But there is science behind that too, because obviously whenever you're doing all of that, it's releasing, those kind of feel good chemicals in your body. So that's going to help actually improve scientifically without you even having to think about the reasons why. It's just science.
Yeah.
And this is a good one. Boost confidence and self-esteem.
100%.
So you got that badge. You got that badge about, what did it say?
Or is it? I feel like an invalid. It's like 1 year sexier or something.
Sexier. You wouldn't have got that.
No, I don't think I would have.
Hadn't been doing your
I don't think
your
so.
workouts.
Do you want to know what? I've never been hit on as much in my entire life, ever, as what I am now. In LA, they're very just open of asking for your phone number in Whole Foods though, or in the gym.
Oh, really?
There's another year sexier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you will get asked for your number anywhere. Just pull up beside you in a car and be like, "Hey, can I grab your number?"
That's nuts. Could you imagine if someone done that here? That you'd get a hiding.
I'll be back for Christmas. Like, hey, I'll be in.
You'll be doing it.
I'll be in Tesco's. What's your phone number? But I know. So, but yeah, I've never been hit on as much in my entire life ever, even in my 20s. All that.
We actually should have led with that for any singletons out there. Get to the gym.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's not just that. When someone starts paying you compliments,
it's girls and guys. And then I was out with my friend the other night. She's like, my friend was out with us the other night. She wants your phone number. I'm like, okay, I don't give it to her. It's okay. I'm not. Let's not go there. So it's a confidence booster to say the least.
Do you know how nice that is whenever people say things like that or ask that, even if you don't want to give it over? It feels good and you feel great and it's just nice.
Absolutely, I feel brilliant. Like, this is great.
And then you're going away going, right, okay, what can I do now? Because look, I'm nailing everything here. I'm amazing. Which just has a knock-on effect.
Yeah, so, I get hit on leaving the gym,
what?
you just go back in. You just go back into the gym. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go back in here.
I'm like addicted to it now. Just like, I'm waiting for someone to pay me compliment. No, I'm only joking. People have actually said to me already.
My mum said to me as well, said you're looking great.
Yeah, a couple of people have said, what are you doing? I was like, I just actually signed up to a gym and not even going hard at it,
I am taking it really
protein
easy
as well.
Haven't mastered that yet.
Take your time. It'll come, and then you'll start to get used to that as well. And then you'll be like, okay, what's my diet like? It all just don't. My advice to anybody is don't put pressure on yourself. Like, my cousin has a gym, Jonathan, and I mean, I have never in my entire life seen transformations like it, ever. Like, I've worked in a fitness business, like an online fitness business, for years. We do marketing for some fitness companies, and I've never ever seen like another transformation like Jonathan, the one that he's doing to his business. I think his company's called Commit. I think it's called Commit. I'm nearly sure. And they're unreal. That type of transformation scares the crap out of me, though, because I know how I mentally work. It doesn't work for me. But I do think that works for somebody who maybe was into Gaelic, into hurling, into football, into soccer, like was very active when they were younger and trained hard and just fell out of the way of it. And then they can like go into Jonathan's gym and get like a major transformation, in 6 weeks, and then feel brilliant about themselves again, like they did when they were flipping 25. Whereas we never had any fitness level.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that would freak us out, you know?
I know, because when I see things like that, it just feels really intimidating, and it's like everything's going to have to change now. I'm going to have to like not eat this. I'm going to have to not drink this. I'm going to have to not do that. And I'm just like, not vape, not even thinking about that. But you brought it up, and I was like, actually, yeah.
That's going to
But
happen naturally.
that's what I mean.
You're
Yeah.
not even going
So
to realize that you've stopped vaping.
But that's what I was thinking, I think like for anyone who was like me a month ago, and as well, like hold yourself accountable, say the words. That's what held me accountable. I said the 1 week on the pod I'm signing up, then I had to go, and then, like do something, even if it's with a friend, just start telling people that you're doing it.
And if anybody wants a major lifestyle transformation, or if they're verging on diabetes and they're like, I'm not doing this, I need to get out of here, contact my cousin at
yeah.
Commit Fitness, or Jonathan McCarn. It's like, it's transformations are unreal.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, and kind of for me, what I'm doing, I'm doing the slow and steady, right? So then, if it's too much for me, or I notice too much, I have to put too much into it, then I'll be like, I'm not doing that. So
I'm
I need to
only
be tricked. I need to be tricked into it.
yeah,
and I'm literally only doing 4 times.
a
That's
week.
brilliant though. That's
But and
amazing.
I'm not even like going hard at it, but I'm still already noticing, you know, results, which is amazing. And then, like you said, I'm already now starting to do other things around that because I'm noticing or feeling that way. So, like, for anyone who's a bit like me who struggled, like, just what I would say is just get someone to hold you accountable. Say you're doing it, and then you will have to do it. Tell them you're doing it, and then just start small. And naturally, I think it'll grow from there. But I think you said as well about kind of getting like it being kind of easy for you. You know, you want to make it so that it is easy for you too. Like, you can just nip out and do it. Like the one I've signed up to is 24/7 because I don't really have like a schedule, apart from a working day.
so I could have
I'm
planned
in that
people.
gym as well. I'm in that gym as well back at home.
Yeah,
It's so it's so cheap as well. It's like
yeah.
20 quid a month or something. Even whenever I was in London, I was able to use that one. Fly fit, Ian, or where are you?
I'm in Pure Gym.
And
Or
actually,
Pure Gym. That's right, I'm Pure Gym, yeah.
It's so cheap. It's like 22 quid a month for go as many times as you want, get all your classes. You don't have to do classes, just use the equipment. And if you want to pay 27, you can bring a friend. So if you're a bit nervous, you could just get them to pay the extra £7 and away you go.
Me and Daniel worked out mostly every day together whenever he lived out in LA as well. And my gym was like $49, right? Which is really, really cheap. And I could bring up to 4 people with me.
what?
I know, I know. I could bring 4 people with me. And it was already the cheapest gym in Hollywood. I only actually went to it because of the flipping windows. And it had been refurbished. And it was like all the equipment was brand new. It was just after COVID. No one was going in. No one was in Hollywood. You can drive right up to the third level and park outside it. Validate your car parking for like a bit. You pay a little bit, but it's like it was so good. The
Do
other
you
gyms
know,
I'm in now, I'm in the one you pay a bit extra and you can go to all of them. So some days I'll go to like Miracle Mile, some days I'll go to Hollywood, some days I'll go to Westwood, Marina Del Rey. I'm just floating around.
Here, do you know what though? Maybe another tip is that you should get a gym with windows because the one I go to has big floor to ceiling windows, and I love like just looking out, and seeing
Yeah.
what's
Oh, big
happening.
time. Look, be careful
like,
of what gym you join because
yeah.
see the one in London. I didn't really like it as much. You went down like it was in the basement, no natural light.
Mm,
Like it just was not a gym that you'd want to spend time in. Like you wouldn't want. I went every day, like, but I didn't enjoy it the same way that I did with like natural light and all that kind of stuff.
So there's another tip. We want floor to ceiling windows if possible, just to make it a bit more of an experience.
Sorry to be like a drama queen. How many tips have we got today? My ankle. I need to like
no,
elevate it. See whenever I'm sitting down.
We're actually kind of done though.
Oh, are we? All right. See
yeah.
you later.
Right, bye. get to that workout.
But you want to know what? I actually got I got an ankle strap yesterday because I hadn't been wearing one. Arlette gave me it. I dropped her off last night. She was away getting a new car. I brought her, and then we went for dinner then to Evelyn's. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. Had like pink salad or pink pasta, salad, this tuna sandwich thing. Oh, the potatoes. We had so much food because we hadn't had
Oh,
all day. I didn't eat all day yesterday till like 6:30, which wasn't good, but I just was like busy the whole time. So she gave me this strap to strap my ankle up because yesterday it really, really swelled up. But it's a small and it's too small for me, I think.
Get rid. That could be causing more damage than, you know.
I don't think it's causing more damage, but I am going to change the medium today. I'm going to I have to go to the shop and pick up some stuff.
Well, guys, for anyone out there, just to recap, who isn't a gym goer, isn't an exercise goer, that was me 4 weeks ago, and I promise you now that's changed forever for me. And it was just by doing simple wee things. For anyone that is already a gym goer or exercise goer, go you. Then maybe try the morning ones, and also just keep in mind kind of the daily recommended amount that you should be doing, which is 5 hour or weekly, so it's 5 hours a week. So try and up that, because apparently more productivity, better benefits come when you go over and above those 5 hours.
what were we
I
going to
would be
say?
saying like if you've already got it like nailed your fitness level, and I would look at healthier choices outside that then. Food, vaping, smoking, drinking, like look at the relationship with all of those. Because if you're able to like really, really nail your fitness, and then you start to look at all these other things, and like I am not a preacher of like to stop drinking. I'm really not. I miss it. I love it. I encourage it. People drinking around me, I don't care about it. But I have to admit that since I stopped, the life changes massively outweigh when I was drinking. But it just was because I didn't have a healthy relationship with it. So if you're like nailed fitness, you can look at all different areas of your life and start playing around and experimenting with those.
And like you said, you didn't actually go into it, but you know, whenever you said you had the indulgent day because of your birthday, which obviously everyone do, because what's the point in birthdays then? Do you remember you'd said like after you'd had that in and out and you'd done all that stuff, like you were struggling with sleeping and like
I was awake at 3:30, like having a nightmare. I was like in a cold sweat. Like I'm not joking. Like I said to you the next day, I really, really pigged out. Now, not on Anne's cake. It was like paleo and no sugar and all that kind of stuff. She's very healthy, but it didn't taste like that. It tasted amazing. But with the other stuff that I had that night, I had a milkshake and a double double and animal
Double, double.
fries, and I couldn't. I didn't have an enjoyable night's sleep. Nowhere
See?
near it. Like it was, and the next day I was so agitated. Which did spill into my work. I'm not gonna lie.
that's the thing. You know, you don't recognize those wee things. Like I'm only starting to, like I'm not really aware like that. I think maybe that will come with time, you know, realizing like what I'm eating is like I can't correlate the two of, I can't correlate how I'm feeling with that.
I can now because I've got all I eat every day is Chinese chicken salad. In the morning I have a cup of coffee, sourdough, potentially boiled eggs, right? And then I have a Chinese chicken salad for my lunch. And then at night I either have sourdough bread, avocado, and chicken, or like something in around that, like something along those lines. I don't
Mm,
really eat that much now. I don't think you need that much food.
No, well, I don't know. That's my next battle then. We'll cover that at some point.
You're okay with food. But I need to go because my ankle is like I need to go and move it and take this sock off and get another one. Because it feels like it's getting worse. Maybe it gets worse before it gets better or something.
Tune in next week to see how Matthew's.
Ankle
ankle
is, but
has
I'm not doing
progressed.
any painkillers. That's the problem.
Mm.
I've only took
Okay, well,
four
good
since it
luck.
happened. Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.